Hey guys, welcome back to Packers Corner. This is Troy, and I thought I'd make a real quick video. I've had some people ask me, and through different types of emails and messages, and whether PSA grades jersey cards, because if you really do a search for it, you find a few of them, but you don't find all that many of them, and when you do, they're not exactly what you're looking at, or maybe what you wanted. So in this video, I thought I'd make a real quick video just about, how to send your jersey cards in, do they accept them, things like that. So here we go. First of all, PSA does grade jersey cards. It all depends how you send them in by the size of the jersey themselves. And what do I mean by that? This is exactly what I mean by that. Take an example would be, I will use one of my examples here. This Amon Green jersey card. Zoom that in there. Now you notice this is a jersey card. You can see the actual jersey patch right there. But what you'll also notice about this card, it's very thin. I mean, literally, this is from, I believe, the SP edition from 2003. It's a very thin card. Now, if I wanted to actually get this graded from PSA, I could send this card in with all my other cards, and they will grade it and encapsulate it just the same way as my other cards. In fact, here's an example of that. Here's an example of it. This actually is an Amon Green. You can see it, Fleer Fabrics, 2006, jersey card. There it is right there. And you see it's encapsulated, and it is in the normal encapsulation. Not a big deal at all. In fact, there you go. You see it's exactly the normal card that you would get if you had any of the other guys graded, whether it be a regular rookie card or autograph card. It's the normal thing. They will do that. Now, there are some cards. Here's another example that I have. This one happens to be a 2002 SPX jersey autograph card of Tony Fisher, who was a Packer. It's a PSA 10. Beautiful card. But as you notice, it's in a normal holder. This card itself is not very thick. It's not a thicker card. So they're able to go ahead and send it in with the rest of my cards and be able to get it authenticated and encapsulated through PSA. Now comes the next question. Well, what happens if the cards are a little bit thicker? You guys all have gotten rookie cards. Even in the past, 5-6 years, they've really been having a lot of really sweet triple jersey rookie cards, autographs, everything else. Can I send those in with the rest of the group? The answer is no. You cannot send those in if you happen to send in with one of these thin cards. You have to send in a whole different shipment. Now, what am I talking about? Here's a great example. This is a 2004 Fleer Prospects jersey patch autograph card of Lee Evans, who plays for the Buffalo Bills. It is an excellent looking card, and actually, if you look on the back, it's a red hot edition that's actually numbered out of 50, number 2, which is kind of cool because it was his jersey number at the University of Wisconsin. But if you look at the side, you will see that it is a thicker card. It is not like the other ones, as thin as they are. It is not. It is a lot thicker. You see the thin one here and the thicker here. You can't send this card in with the other cards. If I wanted to get all these graded, I would have to send this in separate, a separate packet. It would be separate shipping. Now, I could send it in together in the same box, but inside the box, I have to have 2 separate packages with 2 separate invoices. And then, of course, there'll be 2 separately graded and 2 separate shipping and handling back home to me, or if you were doing it to you, of course. Another good example of another thick one, and I believe this one's even thicker. This one's a really kind of cool card. It's one of my favorite cards. This is a Leaf Rookie and Stars 2006 autographed jersey card, as you see, of A.J. Hawk. What's real sweet about this card, it's actually numbered 9 out of 10. You're talking about a low number on that one. Not too bad. But look how thick this card is. It is huge. Enormous. This card I could not ship in if I just happen to be sending off a normal autographed card of someone. It has to be sent in separately. Now, the reason why, which I didn't understand why they just didn't do that. Why did they make you send it in separately? Well, then I actually had the answer. You know how you get these ones sent in like this and they get sent back to you thin? Well, when you send in the thick ones, they do not come back like this. They actually come back like this. Now, this happens to be another card. This is actually one of those McDonald's cards they sold in the 80s. But this is the kind of case that it ends up coming back in. It's a larger case. When you get it, you'll actually have larger sides that will kind of make it steady inside the case. But if you compare the card cases, look how much bigger it is. I think they do that because they need more plastic around the outside to center it, because they will not fit inside the thin case. So if you're going to send in your thicker cards, if you're going to send in your thicker cards like these, you have to send them in all together in one package. They'll still accept it. You'll still pay the same amount. If there's a special with PSA, $6 grades, or like this month, there's a $10 grade for all cards, $500 or less. Or his is really cool. If you have an autographed card that is before 1998. Now currently PSA DNA will not look at any cards before 1998 without sending it to the PSA DNA. This month there's a special. You can send in any card, no matter what it is, if it's from the company, before 1987, any year, as long as it's from a company, they will authenticate it for you and encapsulate it for $10, I believe. Make sure I got that right. $10. The card has to be worth less than $150. But man, most guys that want to get one graded, they are worth less than $150. I got a buddy who's been dying to send in Tony Gonzalez, 1997 Bowman's autographed rookie he ended up getting. We can't send it in. He didn't want to do the PSA DNA and have a separate. Well now, geez, for $10, I got a few cards, Packer cards from 1996 Skybox. I love to send in and get graded. Well, now I could do that and only pay $10 instead of paying a normal PSA DNA, which is probably 10, 15, 20, 30, 40. There's some that are even more expensive than that. So, can I grade jerseys? Yes, I can. Do I have to separate them out? Yes, I have to have thin ones, and you can see here that's not too thick. I can send those in with my normal ones. If I do have a group of thicker ones, hey, I would suggest maybe just kind of stocking them all together, you and a buddy, or if you're just doing it yourself, get 10 of them. You could send it in under the bulk for $10 period, or wait for a special. Send them all in, get all your thick cards graded at one time for a great price, because it has to follow. They have to be separated, because they have to be, as I said, they have to be encapsulated differently, so they have to be sent in differently.